today's tutorial. In our tutorial today, we're going to look at a question that's coming from one of the past papers, and the question reads, the diagram shows a triangular piece of land, ABC, of which AB is 1 kilometer, then BC is 2.5, then AC is 2.8. So if you look at this very well, discover that angle A is opposite to the 2.5 kilometers. Then angle B here is opposite to the 2.8. And the angle at C, it is opposite to the 1 kilometer. So the question tells us to calculate angle ABC, meaning the angle is at the middle letter there, which is the B. So how do we calculate that angle? We are going to use a cosine rule because sine rule cannot work in this case. So therefore, we shall say that cos B, because the angle is at B, is equal to A squared plus C squared minus B squared over 2AC. So cos angle ABC there is equal to the length for A, it is a 2.5. So 2.5 you square, and the length for C, it is a 1 squared, and the length for B, that is a 2.8 squared, and over 2 multiplied by 2.5 and multiplied by 1. So we shall say that cos ABC is equal to 2.5 squared. We are getting a 6.25, then plus 1, which is 1 squared, minus 2.8 squared. That's going to give us a 7.84 over 2 multiplied by 2.5 multiplied by 1. That's going to give us a 5. Okay, so we shall say that cos of ABC is equal to 6.25 plus 1, that is 7.25, minus 7.84, that is going to give us negative 0.59, then divide by 5. So cos ABC is equal to, if you divide your negative 0.59 divide by 5 there, we're going to have negative 0.118. So when you're finding an angle, you're going to say the inverse of negative 0.118, okay, meaning you are going to press second function or shift on your calculator, then cos, then you're going to place negative 0.118, and that is going to give us angle ABC as 96.8 degrees. Okay, so we have found the answer there for this triangle ABC. Okay, so now that we have got the angle there, which happens to be 96.8 degrees. Okay, 96.8 degrees. Okay, we can now find the area. So how do we find the area in this case? This is a non-right angled triangle. So whenever you are finding an area, you will get the two sides which do not have the corresponding angle. And the angle that we have there, that is 96.8. So we can't get the 2.8. So the B there, it's been excluded as a side. So how do we find that area? We shall say, okay, area of triangle ABC is equal to half AC, then multiplied by sine B there. Okay, so we shall say that our A is a 2.5, then our C, that is the 1 kilometer, then multiply by sine 96.8 degrees. So if you press this on the calculator, where you are going to have 1 over 2 multiplied by 2.5, then multiply by 1, then multiply by sine 96.8, we are going to have 1.24 kilometers square, because this is the area of a triangle. Okay, as simple as that. Now we can look at the next part there, which is the shortest distance, okay, from B to AC. Now, this shortest distance from B to AC, it is touching the AC at 90 degrees. So meaning this ceases to be a non-right angled triangle. It's going to be a right angled triangle. So the AC becomes our base, which is a 2.8. Then the shortest distance becomes our height. Now that we know the area of this triangle, it is easier for us to find the height, of which we are going to say that height is equal to 2 area divided by the base. You can arrive at this formula when you make h the subject of the formula, okay, using the area of a right angled triangle. So we shall say there that 2 are multiplied by our area, which is 1.24, then divide the base, which is a 2.8 kilometers. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 1.24, this is going to give us a 2.48. A 2.48 divide the 2.8 there. So therefore, we can say that the shortest distance will be equal to 2.48 divided by 2.8. This is going to give us 0.8 0.8, then 8 again, and the 6 kilometers. Okay, so meaning that is the shortest distance from B to SC. Okay, so like this, we would have calculated the shortest distance from B to SC. Okay, so we can look at question B now. Question B is saying solve the equation where you have got 2 cos theta being equal to negative 1. Okay, for 180 degrees is less than or equal to theta, then less than or equal to 360. So how do we solve that? We need to find an angle where you shall say 2 cos theta being equal to negative 1 there. So you divide both sides by 2 because you are interested in the theta. So we shall say that this will be negative 0.5. So we'll find the inverse of this 0.5. Now remember to ignore the negative there, to just be 0.5. So the inverse of 0.5, or the inverse of cos 0.5, this is going to be equal to 60 degrees. Now, after you find these 60 degrees, the 60 degrees is not the answer. The answer in this case can be found by us now looking at the negative that we ignored. Okay? If you are finding angles of any magnitude, okay, we are told that in quadrant number 1, all are positive. In quadrant 2, it's only sign that is positive. In quadrant 3, it is tan that is positive. Then in the fourth quadrant, it is cos which is positive. So in this case, we need to look at which quadrant is cos a negative. So cos is a negative in quadrant number 2 where there's a sign there, and in quadrant number 3. So the expression that we have in quadrant number 2, it is 180 minus theta. So we shall say 180 degrees minus the 60 that we found, it's giving us a 120 there. Okay? Then in quadrant number 3, it is a 180 plus theta. So 180 plus the 60 there is giving us a 240. So we have got two answers there, a 120 degrees and also a 240 degrees. But the question is saying that the angle should be between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. So, when finding the answer there, we need to look at an angle that's between 180 to 360 degrees. So, in this case, our answer is going to be a 240 what? 40 degrees. If it was 0 to 360, both would have qualified to be answers in this case. Okay, we continue. We now look at the last part of the question. We are taught to simplify, okay, 42 xyz over 56 multiplied by 32xy over 40x squared y. Now, how do we simplify this one? The simplest way would have been to express this into product of factors, where you are going to say, okay, 42 multiplied by x multiplied by y, then multiplied by z over 56 there, multiplied by 32, multiplied by x, then multiplied by y, then over 40 multiplied by x, multiplied by x, and multiplied by y. Then, after you do that, you cancel those that are similar, and also you also look at a number that can go in either both of the numbers that you have there. So you would say an x here and an x there you cancel, an x here and an x there you cancel, a y here and a y there you cancel. Okay, so if you look at this, we can even say look for a number that can go into either 42 and a 56 there. So here you do 7 here, that is 6. Okay, 7 here, that is 8. Okay, we look at 8 here, that is 4. And 8 here, that is 5. Okay, we continue. We look at 4 here, it is 1. 4 here, it is 2, then 2 here, it is 1, then 2 here, it is 3. So as we can see there, on the numerator, we're going to have a 3, we're going to have a y, and we're going to have a z there. But that's what has remained. So you're going to write 3 yz there over. On the denominator, we have only remained with a 5. So I'm going to write your 5 there. Okay. So our answer there, it will be 3yz over 5. Okay, that means we have solved the whole question and we qualify to get the 12 marks in an exam.